So I'm in Brookwood, Alabama. Last week I moved my bus from Birmingham, where I had the thing parked the last 2 years. Transmission was busted, it would only go in reverse. Backed it out of the neighborhood last week. Got a tow truck to come hook me up, take me down to Brookwood, Alabama, which is in between Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, about halfway. And got towed down here, put the thing in reverse and backed it all the way around down this long driveway here, backed it into almost in the woods back here at my brother's house. And I've been back here for almost a week now, and it's nice. Right by the highway, there's a Mexican place across the street. There's a Mexican restaurant across the street, and maybe another restaurant somewhere here, but then it's 25 miles to go shopping. It's 25 miles. It's not real convenient, but it's pretty quiet. I hear cars, I hear crickets. I don't hear barking dogs. I'm happy to be here, but anyway, I wanted to tell you the story about my new phone, in addition to the move. If you're a nomad like me, I still consider myself a nomad, even though I've been parked for a couple of years. All I want to do is travel. All I want to do is get out and see the world. But I make income. I have a couple of businesses, and they're both web-based businesses, and I have to have internet access, not just on my phone. I have to use my phone to get Wi-Fi for my computer where I produce work. I'm a bit of a webmaster. That's what I call myself, a webmaster. I don't want to call myself a designer. I'm not really much of a programmer. I hack things together and make them work on the web. So that's the best description for me as a webmaster. I solve all problems for my customers on the web. Marketing, design, implementation, helping people sell themselves or products on the web. That's what I do. That's what I've done for several years now. So that requires me to have internet. Being a nomad is kind of tricky. If you plan to sit in coffee shops and steal people's internet, that's one method. I prefer to be as far out from the world as I can, and I'm really not right here. I'm 120 yards from a highway, but essentially I'm out in the woods. I'm not hooked up to the internet. Currently I'm getting internet off of this phone, and I don't want to talk so much about the phone, but the service. For the past 7-8 years, I have been using Sprint's, the only service that I've known. Verizon had something similar about 6 or 7 years ago, but they phased that out. I met a guy that had grandfathered in on theirs. He was a remote web worker like me, and he was really excited to have his Verizon service. I was really excited to have my Sprint service, because I've been grandfathered in for about 7 years. They let me keep their truly unlimited, just like his. I think he was paying more than me. But anyway, if you're a web worker, if you work remotely, if you require internet service to make your living, then you need to listen up. This is very important. Like I said, I've been using this as a something similar as a Wi-Fi router access point for over 7 years. Well, at least since 2015, I sold my house. I have not been able to plug into the internet since then. So I've had to have something to be able to make the little bit of income that I make nowadays. I have to have something like this. I broke this phone a year and a half ago. I broke the screen. Then the battery was replaced. I tried to buy a brand new phone December last year. Bought a Galaxy S10, and I could not root it. It was, at the time, was unrootable. I think you can root them now, but I took the phone back, put a new battery in this thing. Since then, the battery's been going dead. It won't hold the charge for 4 hours now. So second battery, it still won't hold the charge for more than 4 hours. So I was under threat. Not just that, but I was planning on moving to Brookwood, and Sprint does not work well down here. So I had to look for some options, and I got lucky and found Visible. This is a Motorola phone. I bought this through Visible. I don't want to talk much about the Motorola phone because I'm not really that impressed with it. It's just a cheap phone. I use the phone to take my Visible service, Visible.com. They're not paying me, but I'm taking Visible's internet and sending it to my computer via Wi-Fi. So this is a hotspot. It's a access point. It's a Wi-Fi router. All those terms, if you don't recognize what I'm talking about. For $40 a month, I get truly unlimited internet from Visible, which is, I found out after I did some investigation, Visible is owned by Verizon. So Visible is Verizon's answer. They don't want to lose all that beautiful income coming from selling their service to unsuspecting people that want to stream from their phones or use their phones as Wi-Fi router and get rid of, their Comcast or Charter or AT&T phone services coming in their house. If you gave this to the world, they would do exactly like I have done. Wait a minute, I'm paying $150 a month for TV that I don't watch so I can get internet from Comcast or Charter or AT&T. If I could get it off my phone and stream Netflix and Amazon Video and YouTube and all that, Hulu, all the stuff that comes over the internet that is quickly replacing television or cable, at least even satellite, it's replacing it all. I think if everybody figured out they could get this for $40 a month, Verizon would be in big trouble. So what they did is give a pathway for people like me to go, oh, okay, I want unlimited, affordable cell phone internet that I can share with one of my devices, which is my computer. And that's what they've done. They've I would almost say shell company, but it wasn't hard for me to find out that Visible.com is owned by Verizon. Obviously they're using their service. They're upfront about that. We're using Verizon service, which is some of the best internet in the country, if not the best. It's everywhere. It's good, solid internet, and I'm going to do some speed testing here in a moment and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But I wanted to share that with all my nomad friends and the people that are thinking about becoming a nomad. If something like internet service is holding you back, don't let that hold you back. Check out Visible.com. There's another few that I looked at, but I could not find anything that was not capped. So in other words, the truly internet or unlimited internet stuff is capped or throttled or something. And this is something, it's half price of the Sprint that I've had for 7 years. Half the price. Sprint is truly unlimited, but you have to have a rooted phone to be able to share it. Sprint does not want you sharing your internet with any other device. They don't mind you watching YouTube on your phone, apparently, but they don't want you to share it with, and I was sharing with multiple devices. I could share with, I don't know how, never found a limit. I think I've had 5 devices up at one time. Anyway, phone's dead. Sprint doesn't work here anymore, or it doesn't work where I'm living now, so I had to try something else. I got Visible, and I've just been blown away with the value, the speed, but I do want to talk about the downsides. The downsides, very obviously, are you can't call these people up and say, hey, I want to order my phone. You have to do it all over the web. If you need support, if you have questions like I did, I wanted to know how I could test out the service first on this thing, see if it worked before I transferred my business number from this to this. I had to do that via chat. I had to get somebody in chat and say, well, you'd have to start another account. So that's what I did. I ordered a SIM card, used it for 3 or 4 days to make sure that it worked great, and then I ordered another SIM card that had this phone number, and it transferred the number. As soon as I activated that SIM card, put the SIM card, swap SIM cards, put it in here, activated. So now I'm getting my business calls on here, and I've got truly unlimited internet, and it blows me away. $40 a month, truly unlimited internet that you can share with one device. So I talked about chat being the only way you can contact these people. You can request a phone call, but I requested a phone call and never got one. I hope I never have problems, because I think you may be kind of screwed. Chat is the only way you can get in contact with these people. That's on their website, and you have to wait in line, and they have restricted hours on their chat. So in other words, you can't get in there at 10 o'clock at night and, oh, I got a problem with my phone. So I hope nothing happens that way. But I think that's how they're saving their money. They probably have a number attached to each one of their customers. This is how much we have to spend on support every year. We have to hire this many operators to be able to take phone calls when people have problems, and that boils down into a number. Here's this X number of millions of dollars we spend on customer support every year, so we have to pass this all off to all of our customers. And if that's not available with something like Visible, you have no overhead for this service, or very little. There may be 10 people sitting in the chat room taking turns, answering the same old questions. Anyway, so there's a downside. Support is limited to chat. You're limited to kinds of phones that you can use. I think they've got 4 different types of phones. Anything after iPhone 6 and up will work, but I would say check the IMEI number before you order that phone, or before you order your service. Make sure that your phone ID will work on their service. They have a Pixel 3 coming. It just wasn't available, so I bought the Moto G7. Not a great phone. I don't want to talk much about the phone, but it works great for an internet router, which is pretty much, I take phone calls, I text back and forth, I send emails occasionally, I send files occasionally from the phone, but most everything I do is on my computer or a laptop. So I'm limited to the use of my phone. I really like taking pictures. This is not a good picture phone. That's why I'm kind of disappointed that they weren't offering the Pixel. But you can order a $10 phone. This is a $10 phone. $10 a month for 24 months. You can have this very same phone. I paid cash for mine. So, but anyway, $40 a month, $50 a month is almost. If I made the monthly payment on this thing, it's still almost half of what I was paying for this 2-year-old phone that's been broken for a year and a half. So new phone potentially for new phone and a fantastic service for $50 a month. If you're a nomad like me, you can't do without it. If you're web-based like me, I don't know what everybody else is doing. I know a lot of people that are watching me either want to be able to work from the web remotely, or are actually working from the web now and are highly dependent on devices like this. So if you're thinking about doing what I'm doing, check into visible.com and try it out. I would say it's going to cost you $40 to try it. There's no contract, so order you a SIM card, put it in your phone, see if I'm lying to you. Hopefully nothing's changed. They also, I read that they were offering this uncapped service forever. So in other words, at some point Visible might start capping their data, and I would suggest if it starts being a problem on the Verizon network that they're going to have to cap it at some point. But they also said for the people that come in now, grandfathered, you get grandfathered in as long as you maintain your service. So in other words, uncapped data forever. They limit you to one device. So in other words, tether to one device. But they also said that might change in the future. So you might actually be able to tether to more than one device, which would be nice. But I don't care about other people. I've got to have my internet. So, but anyway, just thought I would share that because I think it's really important for people like me. if you don't know about Visible, you should go check them out and just understand the limitations. There's a phone limitation. They don't accept every phone. You can only tether one device. Support is limited to chat, and that's about it. I don't know. There's nothing else. There's nothing else like it. That's the problem. There's nothing else like it. So I was in a desperate situation. I need unlimited internet. I've got to have it, and it's truly unlimited. So I wanted to give you some more visual testing, some speed tests here, so you understand I'm not just pulling this out of my butt. This service actually works, and it's just amazing because it's better than what I thought was the best service available, which was Sprint. Sprint doesn't really work everywhere. When it does work, it's not always the fastest. I've seen other people's phones just blazing next to my Sprint, but it was the best service that I could get. But I wanted to show you speed test, actual footage of the speed test that I was taking. I'm actually tethered to my desktop here. And just a minute, I'll show you the results from the phone too. Of course, it always seems like it's faster because it probably is. Going through the phone, there's no bottleneck. And if you'll look down here, you'll see the speeds on the phone. Typically, sometimes they're 50% faster, sometimes they're 200% faster on the phone. But you're taking a cell signal and transforming it into a Wi-Fi signal, which is going to slow it down. It's going to bottleneck. So I'm assuming that's most of what you're seeing here. I've seen the speeds on my phone as high as 40 megabits up and down, and it looks the speeds are fairly symmetrical, which is shocking too. But I did want to show you this just to make sure that you understand. I'm not shilling for the company. I don't know these guys. I haven't had a great experience with their customer service just because, like I said, it's a chat-based customer service. That's kind of a pain in the butt. But it works amazing, and it's $40 a month, and you really don't have that many options. You could pay somebody $250 a month. You're not going to be able to get truly unlimited, uncapped data anywhere else, as far as I know. But hopefully you'll see, just like I did. This is actually some of the investigation that I did, was looking at videos of people that produced very similar results through Visible, and they posted the video results of them tethering in phone side by side. And here, the ultimate test is, of course, YouTube. You guys should be able to relate. I am uploading a video here, and this was a 13 minute video, I think. It was a gigabyte file, almost a gigabyte file that I'm uploading, and you can see it's just zooming right along, and as fast or faster as any wired internet that I've used before. So that's a big deal for me. I push almost as much up to the web as I consume, which is usually reverse for consumers. Most consumers are downloading 10, 15, 20 times as much as they are uploading, but I need the upload speed just as much as I need the download speed, almost. But I do a lot of streaming, so I like Netflix, I like Amazon Video, music. I listen to a lot of music, I listen to a lot of podcasts. It's important to have good high-speed internet just for entertainment, and maybe that's all you guys need too, just the entertainment, the consumption part. You can see right here how fast that thing has uploaded just in a few minutes, and that's the time I've got left. Anyway, just more proof that it's awesome. If you get the same results as I do, please post. If you get vastly different results, please give me your feedback. If it turns out to be a horrible service somewhere down the road, I'll remove this video. I don't want to promote something that's fantastic. I don't know what I'm going to do if I lose this, because I'm no longer grandfathered in on Sprint, so since I've canceled that service. But if you found this video helpful, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Comment. All those things help. Share on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Share this video with people that you care about, and let me know if you have the same results or different or better. Let me know. I need the feedback. Later.